Climate change. It's a phrase that's now entrenched in the reality we find ourselves in. With changing weather patterns and extreme climate events becoming increasingly more frequent, the question hanging over us isn't if climate change is real, but what we can do about it.
And if there's one surefire way of making a difference, it's switching to a zero-emission vehicle. And that's why I'm here today in hot, dry and arid Jaisalmer on World EV Day to drive this, the pure electric Volvo C40 Recharge.
But this is no ordinary drive, because not only are we going to brave the soaring temperatures of the mighty Thar desert, we're also going to drive across the breadth of the country to the wettest spot in India, Mawsynram in Meghalaya, which gets lashed with biblical showers each monsoon. Our route will take us through the heart of Rajasthan, making a quick detour to visit a very special place. Before continuing east, crossing the country's chicken neck at Siliguri, climbing up into the hills towards Guwahati, and turning south to our final destination in glorious Meghalaya.
This is going to be an epic drive through some of the most extreme climates India can conjure up. Here is the Volvo C40 Recharge versus the elements. Let's go!
I know what you're all thinking. A cross-country trip with an EV means crippling range anxiety. Right? Wrong. Because with 530 kilometers of claimed range, the Volvo C40 Recharge is more than capable of munching mile after mile between towns where chargers are aplenty. While most people think that road trips in an EV can be cumbersome and inconvenient, the truth is that with a little bit of planning, they can be just as enjoyable as any other car, with some icing on the cake being no carbon emissions.
But that's not all the C40 Recharge does as an eco-conscious car. In true Volvo fashion, it goes well above and beyond. With a leather-free interior and carpets made of recycled materials, this is a car that takes its green thumb very seriously.
But that doesn't mean it isn't fun to drive. With 408 horsepower at my disposal and Rajasthan's well-paved, beautiful highways ahead of me, this lean green mean machine can go from 0 to 100 in just 4.7 seconds. That's what it feels like. Those are some sports car figures. That's more than enough to put a smile on my face.
Having made it quite a long way across India's largest state, it was time for me to go looking for my first public charger. And you know what? It was an absolute breeze.
I found this charger online along the highway. Now with EVs getting more efficient, offering increasingly more range and charging infrastructure becoming more robust, there really isn't anything to worry about. Just do your homework, pack your bags and hit the road. We're rolling into Ghaziabad now, and the more eagle-eyed among you may have realized this isn't exactly on the way to Meghalaya. Wondering what we're doing here? Find out in the morning. See this budding forest around me? Not long ago, this used to be a large wasteland that used to be a dump yard. Well, now it's home to over 10,000 trees with thousands more yet to be planted. All part of Volvo's reverse project.
In case you don't already know this, Volvo has pledged to be 100% carbon neutral by 2040, and the reverse project is an integral part of it. The belief is simple: environmental pollution has caused enough damage to our planet already, and the only way to reverse it is through definitive action. And besides Volvo's steadfast focus on going all electric in the near future, nothing can stop the advancement of climate degradation like creating new biodiverse forests or restoring old ones. With a healthy mix of native flora like banyan, jamun, neem, and many more species of trees, Volvo aims to create a lush green forest that will benefit generations to come. Happy to have done our bit to help the reverse project, we carried on our way.
This is one of the many advantages of owning a Volvo EV. All the dealerships across the country have chargers, and with a DC fast charger, the C40 Recharge can juice up from 10 to 80% in an impressive 27 minutes. Well, I guess that's goodbye range anxiety. Let's be honest, driving on Indian roads, especially highways, is not for the faint of heart. But when you're in a Volvo, you can rest assured knowing that you're in a car that's as safe as any car can be. Think about it. What other manufacturer would invent a life-saving feature and not patent it? Instead, they let the world freely copy it and make driving safer for everyone. Yup, I'm talking about the 3-pointed seatbelt, a Volvo invention that's responsible for saving countless lives.
And the trend continues with the C40 Recharge as well. Safely cocooned in the cabin with 7 airbags, I can focus on driving without a second thought about my safety thanks to the whole new ADAS suite, including adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, cross traffic alerts, and blind spot information system, or BLIS, another Volvo invention. Little by little, every day of our journey, the scenery and the landscape changed slightly. And before we knew it, the vast expanse of desert in Rajasthan had made way for the lush green hills of the northeast.
We're here in the wettest place in India, Mawsynram, which is in Meghalaya. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but it isn't exactly raining over here. Historically, in the middle of September, it's supposed to be pouring. Now, if that's not proof about climate change, I don't know what is. But let's not take away from the fact that the C40 Recharge made it over here without breaking a sweat.
And what a journey it has been. We've crossed deserts, scaled mountains, driven across the Indian heartland, encountered scorching heat, torrential downpours, and been rewarded with some stunning landscapes.
All to end up here in this little slice of heaven without emitting a single atom of carbon, and more importantly, without contributing to climate change. Let this drive serve to inspire you if you've had any doubts about embarking on a road trip in an EV, not only to switch over to zero-emission mobility, but to help reverse the damage that has been done so far. Just know that when you're ready, there's a pure electric Volvo waiting for you.